we're going to put those grains into this gentle roller mill press over here. Now we use a roller mill press instead of a hammer mill press. The reason that we're doing that is because we don't want to powder the grains, pulverize them into a powder. When you cook them once they've been powdered, it gives the bourbon a really harsh, bitter, back of the throat flavor. And our number one goal here at Maker's Mark is to create bourbon that is smooth and sweet. So once we gently crush the grains, we're going to put them into these large white mash tubs you can see over here. Now in the mash tubs, we start with back set. That's going to be leftover water from a previous batch. The reason that we use back set is because it helps us to ensure the same quality and taste through every single batch that we're going to produce. And then we're going to add that limestone water I told you about. After we add the limestone water, we're going to add the corn. Now we bring that all the way up to a full boil. We're going to reduce the temperature and then add the soft red winter wheat. We'll reduce the temperature again and then we'll add the naturally malted barley. We let that cook for 3.5 hours and then we lower the temperature to 70 degrees. Once the temperature has been lowered, we're going to take an entire mash tub and put it into one of our fermentation vats. Now, I'm going to go through the entire fermentation process with you. You get to see the vats. You even get to taste it if you want. But that process takes us 3 days. So at the end of that 3 days, we're going to strain out all of that mash that's left in there. And the liquid that we have is what we call distiller's beer. The distiller's beer is going to start at the top of this 38-foot copper column still here in the corner. It starts at the top and then it's going to fall down through 16 perforated copper slats. Now once it reaches the bottom, the heat, the vapor in there is going to cause that liquid to rise to the top again and fall down through the slats. And then it'll enter this first copper tank here and be 120 proof. If you're close enough, you can probably see it coming out up here. Now, once it's done in here, it falls down through the floor, right below where we're standing here, into our copper pot still. And that's going to be part of our double distillation process. The whole reason that we use copper for everything is because it helps us to leach out any impurities that are in the liquid that we wouldn't want to go into our finished product. So once it's done in the copper pot still, it's going to rise up into this copper tank, and it's going to be 130 proof. Now, we actually add distilled water to that to take that proof from 130 down to 110. That 110 proof is what's going to go into the barrel to later, be aged and later become Maker's Mark fully matured or the Maker's 46. But we're also going to take some of this and add more water to it to take that proof all the way down to 90. Now, we bottle that, and we call it our Maker's White or our White Dog. You cannot buy that anywhere except for right here in our gift gallery. And as long as you're 21 and over today, you are going to get to taste it when we do our tasting. But everybody, we can walk around, you can take some pictures. We need to stay out of this area right over here. Don't touch anything, it could be really hot. Then when you're done, we're going to go through that back corner door over there into the fermentation room, and I'm going to go through that whole process with you.